So, first thing, getting into any game, I know it's not like the biggest deal, but I think it's always a good idea just to be
Yeah,
taking
right.
note of who is who. Like, obviously, you have like a poke support, and you're playing an all-in champion, so the synergy is not really there, although he can kind of catch people out with his E. So, I'd be thinking, like, all right, am I just trying to hang out in this lane? Am I just trying to scale up a little bit, or am I just gonna like face roll the keyboard and try to kill him? You're against, what was it, like an Ash and a Misfortune.
Yeah,
So they poke a lot. They
poke.
kind of
Yeah.
outrange you, and so they both have Comet. So like in this lane, I would either decide like, okay, like I'm gonna try to get a gank, or I'm gonna try to get Zerat to come with me, and we're gonna maybe all in him. And you grab the Doran's shield like you did, or the Doran's blade like you did. But if I was just trying to survive the lane, this is where I might even switch up my starter item. I might go the longsword with 3 potions for extra sustain, or I might even consider doing a Doran shield, because I don't know if you know what the Doran shield passive does, but every time you take damage, it will grant you bonus regeneration. So every time you take poke, you get regen.
Yeah, I actually asked for I always do. I ask for a hard CC
Mhm.
if I'm playing
All right.
Samira, and he deliberately trolled, but
Right.
it
So
happens a lot.
I want you to watch this too. So like taking poke isn't bad, but like instead of walking into the minions and then taking this Q, like watch these 3 minions.
Yeah, I take all these
They
minions,
instantly start aggroing you,
and this
and you got
one arrow.
slowed, and you got comment, and you're still tanking the minions, and then he just now de-aggroes. So like you lose the trade just because of minions, but that's not like a huge deal. Like that's stuff that you'll learn over time. But like if you, for instance, would have just walked at it like here, like if you're just standing here and then you Q and then you walk back into the bush, the minions lose sight of you and then you don't take any damage. Also, another thing I think I mentioned this to you when I was just kind of going over some of the games is like making sure that like there's like this line that you and Xerath want to be following, and doing that is going to enable you to take better trades. And I'm going to show you why, because I think there's like, so right here, this poke is inevitable, right? Like this bitch walks up. If you guys keep like your line to where you're just staying like here, then when Ash goes up to poke you, she walks up. If you're standing right here with him, he lands a slow perfectly, and then you punish the fuck out of her. And then MF's way over here. You know what I mean? It's like not always going to apply, but by and large, you guys keep this line with you. And if one person walks up here, you guys can both attack them. And
Yeah, I know
you know
that
what I'm saying?
basic principle, but like, it's
It's
just like,
hard
oh
in low
shit,
elo
bro,
with
get out of it as
supports.
fast as possible,
Yeah.
type thing.
Right. That's fine. And like, but like also like, remember what I told you about like making sure you're behind your minions,
Yeah,
like not
yeah.
standing like, because a lot of
Yeah,
times you
but like
stand
I didn't
here
know
or
that.
here. Yeah. That's fine. That was beforehand. So yeah, this is an old pod. Also, I'm sure like this is again like a lot of the stuff that I'm going to say is like I'm mentioning these principles simply because I want you to be aware of them, not because you should be doing them all the
Yeah.
time. But for instance, you just hit level 2, Zero just hit level 2, they're both level 1 and they're behind the minion wave. Like they are trolling, like, or like she was like, you guys could have like gone in on her at some point. Like it's, you don't have the most space anymore, and now the minion wave's crashing, so it's like a lost opportunity.
Yeah.
But just keeping an eye, I don't know, this is your XP bar. I think you're familiar with that. So like keeping an eye on how close you are, and then also the fact that like, yeah,
it's just that like we had like, what is it, 2 maybe 3 cast means at the time, and the wave was pushing, and
right.
it was a trundle. So I'm just like kind of like over push the wave a bit, and so just stay back. I didn't really want to go for level 2 and
So yeah,
the Xerath was
another thing
being
you can do
unpredictable.
right now is like you made a great point. Like they have a trundle, he can
I
do an
should've
early
pinged.
gank. You can like ping the wave and just, I would hard push this right now, because like here's a really cool trick. If you look at the map, you can see where the minion wave is on their side by looking at your minions. So your minions are like right here right now, and so you have like their minions are right here right now, so you have plenty of time to crash this wave. And like I would just start autoing the canny, and then right when the minions are like right around here at the sweet spot, I'd make sure that they're walking under the tower, and that way the wave crashes under tower and it'll bounce back to you and you'll be safe. And also the thing about Samira in particular, her Q, it's like an auto attack. Like it does like no damage. And so for the most part, if you're going to trade like a Q for Q with any champion, you're probably going to lose that trade. And so like I would avoid walking up to Q people unless it's free and you're not gonna get poked. Like if like if Ash just used her W and then you walk up and Q her, like that's fine. But like walking up and like trying to tank like MFE to like Q her just isn't worth it early game because it does less damage.
Yeah, I've been told to just like use Q as much as possible because it's like 30 mana and it's like just an extended range.
Right.
So
that's a great principle. That's a great principle to follow. Using it as much, but just making sure that you're taking free trades. I really like this. I was actually quite impressed that you like did this. Like it's like he gets stunned. It was a really nice E. You get like a little bit of a knock up. You're gonna Q. Like you had like kill threat there, and she like instantly flashes. Like that was really really good. I was actually like surprised when you did that.
I'm surprised to do that.
And like right here, so all right, another thing too.
The same thing again.
Once MF drops her E, she doesn't really have that much, and like you know her support just backed out, and so like instead of backing up through the damage, I would have like look. Right now, she's like in your range. Like I would have auto Q and then just walked into the bush so she loses sight of me. And then like think about that. Like you auto Q and then like now she's in the bush. She has to leave. You have your Xerath here. You have your wave pushing. Again, this is all like when it's all in the moment, it's kind of hard to realize. But just like knowing that you have like the threat. You're like Samira. All she has is this ability she throws out, right? And so after she uses it, it's like, all right, I'm like I have like a little bit of an opening. But like she does out damage you early game, so it's not bad that you're playing safe. And like obviously guessing, so you're level 3. And then right now is like when you're kind of in a weird spot because this wave hasn't exactly crashed yet. And so like if we had already crashed this wave, it would have completely gone into their tower. But because we waited, now it's even worse. Now like the minion wave is froze as close as it can get to their tower without hitting the minions. And so now you're in a really weird spot as Samira because you don't really have many like wave clear tools. And unless you can get on top of the wave, and it's just like a little weird.
You got no HP, but Ash did back
as well. And like
she's at XP range.
You should just be auto attacking the wave. Like you shouldn't even be looking for poke anymore because like if you look like she's full health, Ash has a decent amount of health, you have no potion, and like you have no way that you can kill, and you have no way that you can stay in the lane and farm. And so you want to be crashing this wave so that you can just get a reset. And then being so far back here, like this is, unless you're going to take a reset, which is maybe what you were thinking, this is like,
that's what I'm going to do.
That's not what you want to do. Like that's you're sitting, not only are you sitting outside of XP range, but like you're wasting time. And so like right now you could be recalling, you could be recalling, you could be recalling. And now like you're back in base, but instead like you waited and now the minion wave is still kind of at a bad spot. And then you're going to take free poke here. Which like you know, yeah, that's not bad. Like I like this. It's like obviously could have been executed slightly better, but like this was like a really good, like if you're gonna stay in lane and go for something, this is great. It's just like this was like an opportunity that you went at. Like before this opportunity arose, like you had no game plan. Like you're just sitting here waiting. And so the point that I want to make is like you could have walked up even though you're low health, like way back here, and like crash this wave under tower, or at least like have made them tank the minion wave to hold it there. And you have heal up too, so like if it worst comes to worst, like you get that wave under, but you can just take a reset. Like they're not really freezing on you in this elo that much.
Yeah.
But this is good. Like if it were me, right? Like okay, what has Ash done to you every time she wants to attack you? Throws her W. She just throws her W at you. So like if I'm walking up to Ash, like right now, I'm like, okay, she's gonna W me. I would have opened up with W and then E, because you can do it at the same time too. But like I would have been hovering my finger on W, and then I would have opened up with that. I would have dropped my heal sooner, and like you actually die with heal. And
I didn't
so
drop
like
any heal.
Yeah, so think about if you heal right before you go in. Like if it's me, I'm like W healing. Like as soon as I know I'm dashing in, I'm gonna heal just because I want to get the most value out of it. Ash has ignite, and so like if you W heal, you're sitting like right here, and then you're actually looking like pretty healthy for this fight. And then like you know obviously like you probably get the kill on Ash, and you probably just flash out. Like even like then like you kind of could have flash healed out. It's not a big deal though. Like you did well.
Yeah, I didn't get killed there.
I think that, well, yeah, but like, I think going for that play, I think going for that play is good, especially because like a lot of like what I told you about, not really worrying about a whole lot and just playing the game. Like you should always just be playing the game, like limit testing, trying new things, getting comfortable, like, and also like a big
I don't
thing.
even know what I'm buying here.
Yeah. So like this is fine. You're just new, bro. Like it's not anything that you can help. So right now you have like on Samira or like almost any ADC, you're gonna prioritize the longswords over the daggers. Like the dagger, the attack speed really isn't giving you as much. Like you could maybe justify it if you're going for early boots, but you don't need those. And so like you should just instantly buy 2 daggers and walk at lane because you just want to stat check them. You're Samira. And stat checking means like fighting them and being like, hey, look at my stats versus sorry, what did I say?
Longswords. You said 2 daggers.
Yeah, sorry. Two daggers or longswords, yeah. But like you want just simple stats because like you're Samira, you like to all in and fight, and so you want to stat check them. And what that is literally being like, hey, look at my stats, I have better ones than you, and I will kill you because of that. And so you grab 2 longswords, and then you're probably able to just all in kill anybody if Xerath hits his E. So like this is something that you'll just get better at over time. But also, look, you have like
pink ward.
Well, no, not the pink ward. You have home guard because you just you just died, and as soon as you leave this area, your home guard ticks down. And so like if you're buying items and you just died and you have home guard, do not leave this center because you stood here and now you don't have home guard to get out of base. Just keep that in mind. Because like right now, it really wouldn't be a big deal and you'd be sprinting back out. But because like you walked off platform, now you don't have the home guards, you wasted time, and you're walking a lane slower than before.
Yeah, so it's like 15 seconds.
Yeah, but it's okay. Like you should just always like maybe take like 5-10 minutes and just think about potential paths for Samira. Like if you have enough money for Noon Quiver, buy Noon Quiver. If you have enough money for 2 longswords, go for that. If you have enough money for 1 longsword and maybe like a refillable, like do that. But like
well, typically what I do is I don't really base, or I don't try to take early fights with Samira. I prefer to just play till 6.
That's fair.
All in.
That's fair.
Because like the passive just like movement speed, and then normally I just base and then get everything except for the Noon Quiver, so 2 long swords and a dagger, and that's as much as I like have.
Right. Also, when you
obviously I get it, but
kind of
like,
unavoidable.
Stand there.
Yeah. Honestly, like, also like this isn't like a huge deal. Like some of this poke was unavoidable if you want to get this CS, but you could be a tiny bit further back, and like you could like instead of pacing like up here, you could be pacing like down here, like over here, and just queuing these minions instead of being like out here in the open. Like you're just like a little bit more exposed than you have to be, but like it's really not like a huge deal. Like this poke is unavoidable. You cannot dodge Ashe or MF, but just like in principle, you know. This is fine.
I do. Nice.
Nice. You level up with control Q. Love it. Again, like they're just poking you.
I played for ages without knowing that existed.
Yeah. So I think she's maxing E, but like honestly, dude. So this is doing so much damage at this point. Like you're at 568 health. By the end of this, you're at 392. So like that's like over 150 damage that you just took from this. At that point, bro, I can't afford to take this poke. Like if I'm once I get to 300 HP, 400 HP, I'm no longer able to do anything. I can't farm, I can't all in, I have no threat, and then they can just poke me out and I die. So like right here, I would maybe consider like just straight up like dashing at her because like she used her main damage ability, she's and then look at her Ashe. Like what the fuck is she doing back here? And also just like dash just so you don't take this damage. But like again, this is micro stuff. It's not like a huge deal. It's just like, and you don't really dodge it very well. Like you're just taking like the full blunt of that, which really hurts. And I maybe would have considered like a refillable potion just because I'm versus 2 poke champs. Like they both have a comet. Or even gone like trying to rush a Vamp Scepter if you can afford it. Like I think you're at like 800 gold. So maybe I just wait like that 20 gold and then grab a Vamp Scepter.
Let's see, I tried for the dash there, it wasn't in range.
Yeah, so like even right here, like she's basically fucking dead. Like you still have heal, and like she does, even if she has vision of you, bro, like I'm pretty sure if you just like walk at her and drop a ward, like you just kill her. Look at that. Like it's like this is what we were talking about. Like that's like she could have died, but that's okay. That's, you know, it's whatever. Like, and then the Trundle ganks, and so it's actually good that she didn't go in, and then you get like a really nice dash out. Like And also that W E and then the second part of the W goes off. That's like a really good combo. Like I don't know if, you said you looked at Samira combos, but that's like a really good one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
This is safe. Like if I'm you, like I'm just like I'm not really afraid. Like I know I have heal up, and like this is good that you do what you do.
Well, I was super scared. I was just trying to steal a kill.
Yeah, no, that's good. Like you
Oh.
did perfect. I think you played that nicely. Like you didn't make any mistakes. So good job.
I
And
take
just
forever to push those
farming.
waves,
So
I
here's
remember.
another thing about this. Like they're taking the drag. Okay, if I'm
I'm
you,
so desperate for this play
no,
right
no,
now.
no, no, no. I think you did the right play. If I'm the ADC here, like they're doing fucking dragon on a scuttle crab. Like given if they're committing to it, sometimes you have to make the bad play just because your team's committing to it. Like the right play here is for them to just recall. Like they're both like relatively low health. Like it's not a good dragon. And like you being able to clear this wave, crash in our tower, like taking this plate is a little bit greedy, but I probably would have done it too. And like I actually probably would have just like started autoing or queuing the wave here. Like just like because you're in melee range, like you can auto the tower,
Yeah.
queue the wave. Like and like that's like the full like I might even walk up like right here and get this full sweep on like all of them.
Yeah.
But like I like this. It's just like the fucking Trundle comes, and so like I think they just probably die and lose the dragon, right? They were greedy for that.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing though. If they weren't taking the dragon, instead of the Trundle going to the dragon, he just comes and ganks you and you die for that, by the way. So that's what I mean about like the
than him getting 2 in a drag.
right. Yeah, situationally, but I'm just saying like you taking that plate was risky because like Trundle would have just done the same thing to you if they weren't on the drag. Therefore, you shouldn't have been there for that plate.
Yeah, but it's also really weird that he passed blue because he just ganked me like a minute and a half ago.
Yeah,
and
well
then he died for it, and then he passed back down.
Yeah, well, he only did that because they did it on like a fucking scuttle crab. Like that was just your team's fault. Like he probably goes top
I
side.
thought this was mad.
And they said, "What are you doing, Samira?" Like that would have just been a triple kill for Trundle if you're there, probably, but maybe not. Who knows? I sometimes you have to follow your team, and like a big part of this game is probably like maybe you should have done that so that you can see if it would have worked. You know what I mean? If you did that and then you died for it, be like, you know what? Next time I'm not gonna follow that, and I'm instead gonna ping them off of it. And like you can make that decision. You can learn if that's like what you want to do or not. But like a big part of it isn't about playing perfectly. It's about trying to play and then seeing what happens.
Memphis 6, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just like super respectful trying to get my 6.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not at all. Alright, just dash in.
Okay, so like it's not bad that you're like looking for something here. I like because like you're not that close to 6, and so like justifying waiting like isn't entirely there. But like here's the thing. It's like your wave right now is like frozen. Like this wave is in like the optimal spot for a Samira player because the enemy team can't kill you. They kind of can't poke you. They have to overextend in order to like get to their minions and farm. And so like, and also like, you just don't need a dash yet. Like she's walking away as you dash. But like, think about if you dashed, like think about if you're standing like right here, and then you go ahead and dash forward as she's pacing up, like right there. Like, what if you just dash to the minion right there? And so, like, if I were you, I'm gonna wait. And also, Xerath just uses E, like, you just fucking eat a minion, which sucks. But like, it's fine.
No, you go.
But like, this is okay. You don't take any damage, and you actually bait her heal, which is really good. You have the threat. So like, I like it. It's okay. It's good.
I think I realized it wasn't like gonna work like instantly. I just did it like in the moment. I'm like, oh yeah, she's there. I was
no,
really
but that's it's great to do that.
She was up,
right?
And I just like W'd instantly, and
right.
then just tried to disengage.
That's really good, I think. And you blocked the damage with the E or the W, and you actually baited the heal too. Now, you're fine to sit in a bush, but like if I guess like you maybe didn't have the read on the wave save, but there's no need to be sitting like back in the bush. If anything, like sitting right there is fine. Auto, get like those off, that's fine. Like you accidentally auto a minion, you W late, but that's all this like little micro stuff. Now you're level 6 though, and so like I want you to be thinking about like, okay, how am I gonna kill them? Like that's probably what you want to do. Like they're both kind of low, and like there's just so much poke, dude. It's ridiculous actually, like how much damage you guys can take. And like I would think about it like, okay, Like, yes, you can probably hit this tower a little bit, but for how long can you hit this tower? And are you going to get this
Yeah, I
plate?
wasn't thinking about like
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you get the plate here. Like, I would like another thing you can be doing too is like trying to bait out her poke. Like, I guarantee if you just like walk up here and then you just like sit like right around here, like if you're just like teetering like in and out of this area, then like when you go up, she's gonna drop her E, and then you can just like back up. I would start backing up right now. I'd be looking for this bait, and I'd be starting to back up, and then she drops the E, and I'm like basically out of it, and I don't take any damage, and then that's pretty free. And then like now you can step up and hit the tower for free because she already used all her abilities, or you just waste the resources. But I think that was good. Like Xerath gets the kill on that, like dope. You're tanking minions here, not good,
Yeah,
but not a big deal either.
This wave as fast as possible.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's you got the right idea. You got the right idea.
Random mind, it's to get a plate because one of them died.
Also, okay, that's scary. Yeah, you could have healed him. Maybe it saves him. Maybe it doesn't. But like, you know, just something to keep in mind. But like by and large, I think this is like you play this game really well, especially considering like, you know, that you're like just practicing. You know what I mean? You're trying to get better. Right now, like you can kill her like straight up. Like if you just drop your heal on yourself and then ran at her, she fucking dies.
Yeah, I was really scared. I'm like, oh, I do it anyway. Okay.
Yep, and you didn't even have to heal. And then this bitch, honestly, you can still kill her. If you E'd on her right now and dropped your heal, she dies. Because you have like almost full stacks. And like if you just auto Q her, like she fucking dies. And like right now, oh, she ignites you first.
Anyway.
See, but that's really good. Like, oh, you still get the kill. Yeah. But like think about if you dropped heal first or dropped heal at all. Like I know we've already talked about this. Like we're not going to cover any more like you need to heal first. But like I'm just showing you how many opportunities in which like you could have healed and also healed before the ignite and then actually like saved yourself from taking like even more damage. And then you just get that kill for free. Like that was really good. Like good job. Very good job. And then you get your full immortal shield bow. You're chilling. Get back to lane.
This is a weird thing I find myself doing. I sit around that corner, like dabbling out of line of sight, and I just try to run for a long queue.
See, Samira's not the champ for that. That's a really, actually super good concept. Like, it's really smart. It's just not what Samira's for. It's not Samira's thing to do. Just because, like I said, Samira's Q doesn't do that much damage. It's basically like another auto attack. And so, like, honestly, I never, like, simply poke with Samira Q unless I am getting it for absolutely free. What I do is auto Q auto. I will walk up and do an auto Q auto because that's a better exchange. A simple Q is like nothing. Like you might as well just walk up and auto attack them unless you're getting the Q for absolutely free because it has a long range. And because Xerath just pushed this wave like really hard, I would just be like hard shoving this like you do. And then we get that on tower. Like I also like, it's a good idea to like every now and then take a glimpse at your minimap. Because if we look at this picture right now, like we have Bel'Vath counter jungling and we have Trundle like right here. And like at your stage in the game and like your learning experience or whatever, it's like you're having to focus a lot on just playing the game. And so the shit like the minimap is kind of irrelevant. Like it's good.
I do it a lot, but
right.
It's just like
but it's bot lane's hard. Like it's a lot to focus on. And like my point though is the map is not important to your learning. It's important to your playing well, but if your goal is just to practice Samira and practice laning, it's like fuck the minimap, dude. Like you're gonna lose more, you're gonna like get ganked more, you're gonna like miss out on dragons and all this other shit, but you're gonna get better at lane. And so like I would just set that intention, be like, yo, I know I'm not looking at the map and I'm not gonna worry about it because I'm trying to practice doing this, and acknowledge that you're probably not gonna win as much if you don't look at the minimap. But if your goal is to practice lane, then the minimap is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? And like if you want to practice looking at the minimap and you want to play like a more balanced game, then make that an intention. So like right now we see.
Still push the tower. I want that plate so desperately.
Oh, that sucks. Okay. Yeah, it's just like you have to drop heal, I think.
I flash heal, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Honestly, you probably could have fucked him up a little bit, but that's just too scary because it's a Trundle.
I don't know why I'm chasing this so hard, to be honest. I get it there.
Yeah.
Weird.
So.
Oh, because Bel'Vath came from Untala, so I'm dead.
Right. So here's the thing too. Like obviously, like you don't expect Ashe to ult, so you're not able to block it with your W. But that would have been sick if you had the reaction times to block something with your W. You would have been sweet. And then like right here, eating through him, great. Right now, he flashes, you flash. That's good. At this point, you're basically safe, right? Like at this standing right here, like he's got to be a madman if he's gonna chase you into this tower range. And so here's where you actually have some leverage as an ADC. Like once you get right here, you turn around and you like auto Q him, and then you come back and you auto Q him. You know what I'm saying?
But he just keeps running away. So
yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. He does. That's good though. Like that you can play for that tower. Like that's like really really good. And like you can also again like drop your heal on this guy. I don't know if it works while he's in Zonias, but like it's just like a lot of these times like the heal like wouldn't have made like all the difference, but like in principle dropping it is probably the better thing to do. Just because.
I get annoyed because of Bobic and some of that.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. Well played. Oh god, what happens here? I don't mind this. You know what I mean? Like it's like the towers still okay. So like you know how the platings.
The poke.
Do you know how the platings work?
They fall off at 14.
Well, yes, but like you have like all these different plates, right? And so like right here, it's like really easy to kill. Then it gains 60 armor. Then it gains 60 armor. Then it gains 60 armor. And also, its armor is multiplied by the amount of champions that are nearby. And so by the time you're on the last plate here, and you have 3 champions nearby, this shit's stacking like 350 armor or some dumb shit like that.
Can you see in the top left there? Does it say? Because I clicked it for some reason. Does it say it's armor?
It has. Okay, so I think it's sitting at like I can't see because of the fucking maybe if the thing goes away. Is it gonna? It's sitting at 425 armor right now.
Okay.
Like a fuck ton. And if you look, like look here, like 300. And then you take that plate, and then it goes to 425. It gains 125 armor. You were doing like. Let's see, like 30 damage. That goes down to like 28. It's like it just gets really rough. 35, I guess. Because well, Belvath goes out of the range there, so it works for a second. But that's just like like right now, like basically like you attacking this tower, like you guys don't fucking kill him. Like this is fine. I like this a lot. And then like you actually, if you're really clean with it, you dash out before you take the extra tower shot and you heal and run away. But like, again, this is just like micro stuff. Like it's not that important. Like that's going to come with more time you play. But that was like an okay dive. Like if they're going to do it, like fuck it, right? Because like right here, it's like Belvath is trolling. Belvath is absolutely griefing right now. Like she does not need to be up there like at all. But she ends up making it work, and like you're able to pick up a kill for it, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like Ashe gets a double kill, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Ashe support doesn't matter.
I buy this Ionian, which you told me off.
Right, yeah, we already talked about the Ionian, so I'm not going to go over that, but yes, obviously like Ninja Tabbies or even Berserker Greaves. You could even go Merc Treads. Do you know what Merc Treads give you?
No.
Okay, so Merc Treads give you tenacity. Do you know what tenacity is?
No.
Okay, so tenacity is essentially a stat that makes crowd control effects less effective. So like if Ashe's ult stuns you for 3 seconds and you have mercs, they give you 35% tenacity. And so 35% of this goes away. So then you're sitting at like 2.25 or some shit like that. And so if you're versus a team with a lot of CC, and they have also a lot of magic damage, instead of going with the Ninja Tabbies for the armor, then you would go for the Merc Treads because that gives you more defensive stats. It serves the same function as the Ninja Tabby would, except you're also getting this tenacity that might have some value. So like if it's like an Ashe and then like you got like, I don't know, like some bullshit mid like a Veigar or something, like a lot of just whatever CC, that's when you may consider it. And like I already told you, the Ninja Tabbies were good because they're helping you survive. But not only do they give you 35 armor, but they block 20% of incoming damage from auto attacks or like just basic attacks, which is really good as well. And then I think the only case scenario where you would run Berserkers is like if literally somehow neither of those defensive options make sense and you just want extra stats, which isn't usually the case.
Yeah, I typically just buy Berserkers every game and I don't really think about.
Yeah, I would always just like literally look at the enemy team and like, do they have AD or AP? Like who, like, and also like, for instance, if there's like AP or AD champions that simply are not going to interact with you, then don't worry about it. Like if there's like an Evelyn,
like the top or something.
Right. If there's like an Evelyn and then there's like a Xerath and then like everybody else is like a tank, and it doesn't matter. It's like if I'm gonna be dying to Evelyn and Xerath, then I'm gonna get MR even if the other 3 champions are AD. Or on the other hand, if they're like a full AP team, and or like let's say like they're almost a full AP team, except there's like a Zed mid, and then there's like a fucking Rek'Sai jungle who's just fucking destroying you, then like fuck the MR. Even though 3 of them have AP damage, I need armor because these 2 champions are assassins and they're AD assassins. So like I would consider not only what does the majority of their team have, but also who's actually killing me in these fights. Like bot lane, for instance, like they're like all AD. Like they're just mostly AD.
Yeah.
Except for MF's fucking bullshit. Like I don't think she's building AP. I haven't looked. Also like right now, like you're actually like pretty strong. Like the thing is though, like you taking this poke, like the more poke you take, the less like kill threat you have. Like once you're poked out, like you don't really have the ability to like go in. So like right now, like you're sitting at half health. Like I'm really trying to heal up off these minions and not take any more poke so that I can all in. And like Ash's cooldowns are low. Also like just because you have like the wards, like you know, maybe just dropping like yeah, it's fine. Again, like that's like the mini map. Warding is the same thing as the mini map. It's like yes, it's the ideal thing to do. Yes, it's the right thing to do. Yes, you should learn it. But if your intention is to focus on lane, then fuck it. You're just not gonna remember to ward, and you're gonna sacrifice that. You're gonna lose more games, and you're gonna lose more lanes because you get ganked. But you're getting better at your goal. Like it's like a trade-off, you know what I'm saying? But like it's a more passive thing. Making it a habit is a really good idea. Okay.
Looking for a lane potentially, and then
yeah, it's like again, like if you're like really clean with it, then you can like, damn wait, holy shit. So like I was like,
and then I like go for that.
If you're no, that was great. If you're really clean with it, you block that and then you just walk out. But look, you boom, look, you level up, you get triumph. You have heal this whole time. You actually kill her here. And also,
I don't use the heal at all.
It's fine. The heal's whatever, irrelevant. But look at this. If you E auto, boom. Like obviously, like do you think you live here?
If I E onto motherfucker, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's like what the direction I was taking, anyways. But like, the point I'm making is like, I don't think there's any chance that you actually run out of this. And so here's where you just int. Like it's like when you go in and you're going in to die for a kill, and like let's say like because like right now like you're basically dead, right? Like if I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, I'm fucking dead. Like I'm just gonna do what I can to try to like make something out of this. So like you walk out here, and then like right now, yes, she flash forward, you are dead, and you make the right play. If you just keep running away here, like you're trolling, and I'm really glad that you turned around on her, but like the same way you turned around on her here. And you just go in, like you're already inting, so turn around and do it again. Like just E onto her, and like I think you actually kill her. Like if you like, maybe you have to drop heal, but like you'd be surprised how much healing you'll get if you like E on her.
I'm not sure how much stacks was at, but there's the potential for an ult there.
Yeah, it was you were that. I think you only had a couple. You had 3, so like maybe not. But like you could have E'd on her auto queued, and then you would have been able to ult.
I was about to say.
But anyways, like it's just like once you're inting, you just int. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wait, where the fuck are we at? What happened? Did I fuck up?
Probably press one of the numbers in your keyboard. Stupid new shortcuts. I hate it.
Yeah, you already did this, right? Or
I was level 9, I think.
Yeah, you already did this.
Minutes. Go to 12.
Yeah. Good call.
Yeah, this is where I'm walking back from that death. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm about to do that play.
Yeah. That's 3 TPs. That's fine. Okay. And now, okay, this point, here's where we want to challenge like our sort of like macro knowledge. Like, and again, this stuff, like your main focus should not be the wording, the map, the macro, but it's good to familiarize yourself with this stuff. So right now, what I think you should be doing is like wanting to get rid of this tower because like this lane fucking sucks, dude. Like Ashe and Misfortune is fucking cancer. Like this shit is absolutely dog shit. And so like getting out of this lane and being able to fight more is like pretty ideal. opening up the map. And so like I would just want to be getting this tower so that I can leave. And like
Hey, first
maybe
order of the
even
game.
like because they already took mid tower here, like maybe you just like go mid anyways and just start making shit happen.
I think that's what I do. Or I tried
Yeah.
to join this fight and then realized I'm way too late.
Yeah.
Somehow.
One thing about like fights, like joining fights as ADC is like it's almost never like the move because like it's not as relevant on like a champion like Samira because she loves to fight and she also just like does whatever she wants. But for the most part, like ADCs are not skirmishers. They're not good at just dueling it out like in like a fight in the jungle. Like they need team, they need certain conditions to be met to be effective. And so like almost all the time, your time is better spent just farming mid wave. Like even if like let's say like you're like sitting here mid and a fight breaks out like in this bush, like it is not worth it for you to rotate, even if like maybe you can like come there and like you win the fight. Just out of principle that like what like it's like you maybe take like a 20% chance that you can affect this fight and then there's like a 10% chance you actually get a kill, then your team doesn't just clean it up, and like this is like 100% chance you get like golden XP. And as an ADC who is scaling, like that's usually more valuable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. There's no way I think about. Oh, maybe I do.
Like this is fine, like you know you catch this mid wave so it's really not a big deal, but like I don't hate this. Your team
Yeah, I
is
guess
all
I'm
there.
so
Like it was like it was like already a one fight, so it's like, you know, whatever. Like you didn't have to rotate. You could have just caught this wave bot, and like you're missing out a little bit, but like it's not the end of the world. Like you didn't make a like, extremely bad
Yeah, I
play.
was kind of just
Fucking,
like,
I don't
if
know
there's
what the
any
hell this
reason for
Irelia was
me-
doing. So like,
Yeah.
I want to see this. I want to see if you could like. Okay, she
He
gets a stun
dashes
on
away
you.
from
That's
the
fine.
stun, and then yellow.
Yeah,
Misses the
you kind
R.
of scared me with how close you were to the tower because you kind of pace like luckily you do pace this way because you end up dodging this. So if you're standing here, you get hit by this whole thing. Like you pace this way, which is kind of like Pog. Like you get the dash and like yeah, that's
I
fine.
do tank it down here, but
Yeah, that's fine though.
Yeah,
Like you played
down
that
now,
well.
don't
You
we?
played that well. I don't know if like dodging your ultimate was an accident, but like even so, like it
Yeah,
worked out
totally.
well and it was sick. It looked really good. Garen, like
That was
I
pointless.
respect like the just poking him or whatever, but you're never killing that guy like right now.
Yeah,
What I
it
would
just goes
do,
the whole passive thing. I'm like, ooh,
yeah. And so like, what are you going right now?
I don't even know.
Right,
I
you
think
don't
I'm
know.
pathing back to bot because Young's
Right.
bot. And I
But
want help him.
why?
I think that's what I'm doing. I don't know.
Okay, so like this is fine. Like this
I
is
have any idea what to
normal.
do. I think
This
I
is
see Scuttle
really
here.
normal shit. But like for instance, like if we just back it up though, like 2
I
seconds,
think
like
I recall after
look,
I like.
but like
back
right
from the
here,
ground,
right here, like Garen's there, and the wave is now shoving into you. Like we can see these minions down here. So like if I'm you, I'm just trying to safely, like maybe I wait for the wave to crash into my minions back here, or maybe I use Xerath to zone so that I can get this wave for free. But like either way, you just clear that wave and recall. Like you just pop your immortal shield bow. You're sitting on 1500 gold. Like you're chilling. Like you have a good spot to back. I would just grab this wave first because it's safe. Like if we look at Xerath, like it's just Garen for a second. He's kind of chilling. I think Trundle ends up coming, but like you could have cleared this wave beforehand and then probably just
Yeah.
walked out. But instead, like you walked here, walked there. Then you start taking Scuttle Crab, which like, you know, Scuttle Crab's cool and all, but now you're kind of in danger because like these
Yeah.
guys were just here and it's like you get the Scuttle Crab, but like it's
just
still a
about
little
calm.
risky. And like, you know, Scuttle Crab
not-
takes
yeah,
a
deserve.
long time. Like right now, if you cleared that wave, you probably get the same gold, around the same XP as Scuttle Crab, and then you've reset and you're already walking back to lane by now. And then you can get the Scuttle Crab. You know, and like you're just still like running around, which like I said, this is small stuff. It's not a big deal. Like you don't know, you're not consistently thinking what am I doing and what's my next play, because like you're still focusing on other things, which is completely fine. But I'm just pointing this out to you so that you're aware.
Yeah, I'm just wasting a lot of time. I see that.
Yeah. Honestly, you could
And
take that
then-
fight. Like you're already in that bitch. Like I would have auto queued. Like I'm not even running at this point. Like you just murder him. Like I drop heal. I'm dashing in there. Like you get out here, which is fine. But like I just like I'm kind of aggressive, and so like right here, bro, I'm like, ah shit. Like I done fucked up. Like this guy's gonna murder me. And so like I'm like auto queue and I'm walking away. Like I'm kiting my way out. And then I'm probably like dashing in with my heal at the last second, and I'm just going ham. I'm going ham because like I would die for this. Like I have my team here. It's a winning fight even if I die. Like because you're gonna kill 2, maybe 3. And so like you get out, which is ideal. Like I think you played this better than maybe I would have. but like you can always take those fights, especially on Samira. Like you're just like you're that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I'm recording ages. I've been
Yeah, that's
sitting there
fine,
for a
dude. Like this
while.
stuff happens, bro. Like it's like a normal thing. But like rotations and like what a rotation is like you like okay, let's say that you're bot lane, right? Let's say like you're sitting on your bot lane right now, and then Yone walks down for like a gank, and then you get low health. And like you guys kill the bot lane, but now you and Yone are here. If you're low health, you recall and you can walk mid, and Yone pushes this wave out. If like Yone wants to recall, then like cool, like he rotates mid. But like you, unless you're grouping for an objective or like a fight or like you're just like playing as a team, like you're death balling, then like you want to be like making these rotations. And like okay, we already talked about itemization on Samira. I don't think collector is horrible. Especially into like a lot of squishies like MF Ash. Like I think it's actually like pretty good.
I just do the same thing every game. So
Yeah, exactly. Like we already talked about that. Like that's completely normal. It's completely fine. You're not bad for doing that. I personally don't like collector as much because like having those extra stats and that kill potential, like it's not always the difference, but sometimes it is. It really depends how you play and how you like find like what you feel is most useful. It's just like I see 3 tanks. 3 bruisers rather.
I do like the sustainability of the Bloodthirst to third, and I like to like kind of whole lifeblood thing. I only really buy collector from behind for the extra gold and stuff, and the takedowns and whatnot. Or the what do we call it, shutdowns? Yeah. But now that I like kind of know what they do and I've actually like taken the time to bloody read them, I'd typically do take Bloodthirster or what's the other one? Leather and King.
Yeah, I would stay away from Bork just because like Bork is a good 1v1 tool. It's good against some tanks, but by and large, the extra attack speed isn't going to benefit you very much because like think about how much you're auto attacking in a team fight. Like on Samira, you're using mostly Q, you're dashing, you're trying to get ultimate. Like your ultimate is your main damage dealer. And so like if I'm full attack speed Samira with a Bork, I'm like not getting the most out of my stats. If I'm full attack damage on Samira, all of these are scaling off of AD, not attack speed.
Yeah.
So
well,
Bork,
sometimes I go load domestic hours as well.
that's cool. That's great. I think that like no Bork on Samira unless like it's absolutely like feels great and like you're 1v1ing tanks and shit. But like yeah, you can fuck them up here like low key. Like she flashes this wall. Like I think that like this is like yeah, perfect. That was really well played. Like you definitely could have like been like maybe you're not. Are you trying to steal dragon here?
I think I was.
Because like
I was kind of just like looking at it and like, oh,
because like you're like
my team is coming.
Yeah, like you're like
gonna smite,
right. I'm just like I'm fucking her up this whole time. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I'm auto attacking her. I'm auto attacking her. I'm auto attacking her. I'm queuing. Like I'm all in. Like she's not even like she's like down here by the time she gets over this wall because I've done fucked her up already. And like you know you still get the kill, but like you definitely could have been like fucking her up this whole time. And then like yeah, I like this. You're playing pretty well. He flashes on you, dash out. That's awesome. Again, you have like heal and flash up.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck killed you there. Oh, he ults you. Yeah, like again, like you just use your summoners to get out, but like it's fine. Your team was there to clean it up. Like it was looking kind of good. I liked the dash out. Like your micro is like really good. Like you're not like fumbling. Like I like a lot of players just like literally like I will see silver players just walk all the way out. Like they're actually dead from the second they're like here, but they just keep walking. Like if you're dead, fucking fight to the death. Like do something. You know what I'm saying? Like don't just let them kill you for free.
Yeah, I think the reason like my micro is like better than most is because like I don't know why, but like my first champion that I mained was Akali for some reason.
Word, I love Akali.
And so I just like was kind of really trying hard to get her E-double-R combo.
Yep.
You know, E-R and then like E in the midway through and then E and R again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like really focusing on that when I was trying to help her, and it's helped with my overall micro.
Word.
Which is good.
Like I assume you're maybe going for like an IE here or something.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, Infinity Edge, sorry.
Right.
That's not bad.
Probably not, because it's the same shit every game, so it'd be Lord Dom's cards.
Okay, well that's still not bad. Like you're against like a bunch of bruisers, so I think Lord Dom's is completely fine. Itemization will come with time.
Yeah.
it's just like that,
Well, I do
not
it
a
better now
non-important
than
thing.
this, but yeah.
Like we have like an active list of shit that doesn't matter so far. We have wards, maps, items, like all that shit is just like, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're just practicing, we're trying to like feel the game and get better at our champion, like all that shit is like gonna come eventually. Like that's, it's not like the main thing is being able to play the game and do so comfortably, knowing your champion, knowing their limits, knowing what opportunities are ideal for you. Also, like obviously I don't expect you to have like unlock screen this early on in playing the game, but like you walking into these fights blind is so scary. Like if they were all like look how low they are. If instead of that, like they're both low and she's low too, and like they just all died, like you would have no idea. I can't really speak on it. Like I don't know if it's better to learn the game with lock screen, because like that's what I did. Like I've played with a lock screen even like into plat, so like I don't know, but like I've since switched to unlock screen and I got really comfortable pressing the Y key, and so I lock my screen and unlock it super consistently. But like I would say practice it. Like I don't think it's gonna hurt you.
I know.
And like it's gonna feel really weird, dude, but like literally just let it feel weird, bro. Like just it's like one day it just won't. You know what I'm saying? So like I would just try to find the benefit of it, because like for a while I didn't like have a sense of like for instance, if your screen's unlocked, your champion is no longer in the middle of your screen. And so like if your champion's here and there's an enemy champion here, I don't have this, like this spatial awareness no longer exists. If the champion's here, I have the spatial awareness because like I know where my champion's always here. And so like I can feel this area. But like when your champion is not locked to your screen, like it's kind of harder. Like if they walked into me and like auto attacked me, I probably wouldn't even realize at first. But it's really good to practice. It's like all these things I'm mentioning to you, and I really think like if you want to be in this, if you want to be in this game for the long run and you want to get better, if you get on top of some of this stuff now, bro, by the time like you get like to the point where you're like fluent with your micro a bit more and you're kiting, you're gonna straight up go from like iron to like silver 1 in like 6 months, like less, like straight up.
Yeah,
because
I just feel like really awkward just fighting in general. Like whether that's just in lane or even like auto attacking, just like fighting and still keeping that camera moving.
Yeah, you don't. You can lock in team fights. It's like everything but that.
Yeah,
for real.
but just like even in laning, like don't lock it.
Well, like it depends what's going on. Like sometimes it's perfectly valuable to lock. But do you remember earlier where I was like, I can't see Ash's health bar? Like I don't know if we can win this fight.
Yeah,
you don't know that either, like unless you just saw it and you're like consciously thinking. And so like right here I am just unlocking, panning up the tiniest bit to see like her health bar.
Yeah, but like actually do this. If you notice, I'm like stubborn bitch, but if you go back 5 seconds, yeah, look, watch, I left click Ash and then I look at the house.
Okay, so you have like a way to get this information. That's good. Yeah. That's very smart. I like that a lot, and I think that's great. But like, just having the ability to unlock and look, because like it's like I can like pull up almost any instance and probably tell you where you could have got more information. Like just like with anything.
It's so much better, and I know it's so much better. I just like.
Cause like just like from like a third person point of view, it's like I don't know what the fuck's going on because I can't see anybody's health bar. Like, also, while like I have you, like I just want to. Could you pull up your League client?
Yep.
I want to show you a couple settings. Do you have a mouse that has like extra keys?
Nope. Yeah, 2.
2?
2 side buttons, yeah.
Okay, cool. Have you ever used those before? In any game?
Oh yeah, all the time, except for this game.
Okay, cool. We're gonna utilize those keys right now. Under if you go to the first thing, abilities and summoner spells.
Yeah.
Open that up. All the way at the bottom, there is this target champions only. It's typically on tilde. Switch that to whatever off key, whatever key feels more comfortable. What this is gonna, and then okay, so once you enable this, you're gonna want to come back up, and then I think it's under game. Under game, there is this treat target champions only as a toggle. This is what you want to turn on. Like if I have target champions only on, I cannot click this minion. It will not let me. So like, let's say like I'm trying to kill this guy. Like right now, Like if I'm bad at clicking, like I might accidentally click this minion. I'm like fucking up. But if I turn this on, target champions only, I cannot do anything but click him. And so like this works really well with tower diving. Let's say like there's a guy behind this tower. If I'm trying to click him, it's literally fucking impossible, right? Like it's like but like if I have target champions only, I cannot click the tower. I can't click the minions, like I can't do anything. And this works for like for instance, like you can't even use your abilities on these guys. So like if I'm playing like Alistair right now and I want to tower dive, what if I just fucking actually W the minion, you know what I'm saying?